Hello and welcome to the Spring 2024 orientation for exchange and visiting students at Jungang University. We hope this presentation will help introduce you to life at CAU and address some of the questions you may have. If you do have questions after watching this presentation, please contact us at the Office of International Affairs. We are located on the second floor of Building 310 on our Seoul campus, circled here in red. The outside of our office looks like the photo above. Our office is open from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. with a lunch break from noon until 1 p.m. You can walk into our office during working hours with any questions you may have, or you can email or call us. Another important spot on our Seoul campus is the GCC, or Global Community Center. The GCC is located outside of Building 310, shown in the photo below. This is where we have special events, including the Global Fair Festival, and it's a great place to meet other international and local students on our campus. There's also additional programming held at the GCC, including a language exchange. If you're a student studying at our Da Vinci campus, you can visit our Office of International Affairs on the first floor of Building 802. The Da Vinci office is open from 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. with an hour lunch break from 12 to 1. When contacting us at the Office of International Affairs, please always provide your full name and student ID so that we can best address your questions. Also, please check your email every day. We send important announcements to you via email, so please check it as often as possible. And also check your spam box in case one of the emails accidentally ends up in it. Please note that students take full responsibility for any penalties that may arise from ignoring emails. Also, please stay connected with your GLAM buddy. Please make sure to provide your contact info with your GLAM buddy because if there is an announcement, our office will also let the GLAMs know and they can be in communication with you to make sure you haven't missed anything important. So now let's take a look at reviewing the academic scheduling at CAU. The final course registration will take place from March 4th until March 10th. All final changes to your academic schedule can be made at this time. However, after March 10th, if you have determined that you are unable to proceed with one of the courses in your schedule, you can withdraw from the class from March 25th to 30th. All of these changes can be made in the course registration portal with the link on the third bullet here. There are a few university-wide rules that you should be aware of concerning class attendance and course evaluations. If a student is absent for more than a quarter of the class times for a course, they will automatically receive a failing grade. All students must complete the course evaluations and violence prevention education in the CAU portal by the end of the semester. If you do not complete these, you will not be able to see your grades during the grade correction period. Please understand that it may be difficult to enroll in the exact courses you want for your academic schedule because your home university and CAU are not exactly the same. Please try to be flexible and understand the course material might be different from what's taught at your home university. If you have an academic scheduling issue, we will do our best to try to help you, but we cannot guarantee your spot in a class, as the professor who is teaching the course has administrative authority to make decisions on which students may enroll in the course. Also, after the grade correction period, it is not possible to change your grades. After the withdrawal period, you will not be able to drop any courses. If you do need to miss a class, please provide reasonable excuses to your professors in advance. Please don't forget to be punctual. It is not acceptable to hand in blank exams or submit assignments past the deadline. We understand that you want to have fun while you study in Korea, but please remember to fulfill your responsibilities for all of your classes. Traveling is a big part of the exchange experience, but it should not affect the professor's teaching and the academic performance of yourself and fellow students. If one of your courses is taught in Korean, even though it is noted as an English A course, or if you are rejected from a class only because you are an international student, please report this to the Office of International Affairs as soon as possible. If one of these situations arise, please let us know the title of the course code, name of the professor, and situation. Please note that the report will be anonymously submitted and will be used internally to prevent similar issues occurring again in the future. Let's take a look at what's required of you post-arrival. One of the most important tasks for you to complete post arrival is applying for an RC or registration card. This is required for all non Korean passport holders staying in Korea for more than 90 days. No student is allowed to leave Korea before receiving the RC. If you do, there will be many difficulties with immigration and you will be marked as an illegal immigrant. So we kindly ask you to stay in Korea until you receive the RC. You can freely travel within Korea while you're waiting to receive the RC, though. I will quickly overview how to apply for the RC. First, all students must apply either through our group or an individual registration. The first group registration has already begun and will end on March 3rd. Please note that you will not be able to apply for the RC until after you have arrived in Korea. If you are arriving later than March 3rd or accidentally missed the first group application, you can apply during the second group registration period from March 8th until March 16th. If you would prefer to complete the application individually, please visit the Immigration Office website called Hi Korea for instructions on how to apply and reserve the appointment. You may be able to receive the RC sooner than the group if you apply individually, but we cannot guarantee it will be processed faster as the time frame is determined by the Immigration Office. Taking a look at the second point, if you are registering through the group application, please be aware that there will be a day designated for fingerprint scanning on campus that is determined by the immigration office. Please check your email often so you don't miss the fingerprint scanning day. Also, please note that you must make an online reservation prior to visiting the immigration office. If you have an appointment at the immigration office, please try to arrive at least 15 minutes before the appointment so that you don't miss it. And students studying at our Seoul campus can make appointments at the Seoul Immigration Office location, and those studying at the Da Vinci campus can go to the Pyeongtaek branch of the Suwon Immigration Office. Also, if you need to contact the Immigration Office, please call 1345. Here is a list of all of the documents you must submit when you apply for the RC. You can also find this list through the Higher Visa website link we shared with you in the RC registration announcement email. All students must submit a passport copy, the application form along with an ID photo that is 3.5 to 4.5 centimeters in size, and the application fee in cash. If you are applying through the group application and live in the dormitory, you do not need to submit the certificate of enrollment or residence. However, if you are applying through the group application and live off campus, you must submit the certificate of residence. If you're applying individually, please prepare and submit all of the materials on this list during your appointment at the immigration office. Moving on to a few immigration rules. If you would like to have a part-time job while you study at CAU, you must receive permission from the Office of International Affairs and then submit it to the Immigration Office for final approval before you start working. Without immigration's approval, you'll be working illegally. There are several documents to submit, such as the contract, business registration certificate of the provider, and more. So please check the requirements on the Immigration Office website, Hi Korea. If you change your address at any time, including a room change within the dormitory, your move must be reported to immigration within 14 days of the move. You can apply for the address change on the Hi Korea website or ask for further assistance at our office. Also, if you're planning to go back to your home country after the semester is complete, you will have the obligation to return the RC to immigration at the airport. In other words, while you're going through immigration at the airport, the immigration officer may ask for your RC and not return it to you. Now, taking a look at health insurance, Korea has a national policy called the National Health Insurance Service, or NHIS, that is mandatory for all residents in the country. You will automatically be subscribed to NHIS when you enter the country, and the bill will be sent to you after you have registered your address with your RC application. The NHIS fee is about $70 per month and covers various treatments that you might need during your stay in Korea. Please note that because the NHIS subscription will not be fully processed until after you have received your RC, we ask students to find other insurance to cover them during the first 2 months of the semester. If you do have your own private insurance plan and do not want to pay the NHIS fee, it is possible to apply for a health insurance exemption. This must also be reported to immigration. So if you find yourself in this situation, please visit the Higher Visa website for detailed guidance on how to apply for the exemption. Now I will explain about the Jungang University student ID card that you will receive soon. Our office will send you all an announcement when the IDs are ready to be picked up. The student ID card can be used for class attendance, to enter the library, or buildings when they're locked. While opening up a Cream Bank account, it is possible to sign up for your Cream banking to be linked to the same card as your student ID card with Uri Bank, which has a branch located on our campus. This is optional, but we highly recommend it because you can use one card as your student ID and bank card. You can also apply for the ability to use your card for T-Money, which is our transportation card in Korea. T-Money can be used to access public transportation by tapping your card when you enter the bus or subway. When you apply for a Korean bank account, you will need your passport or RC and the certificate of enrollment. It is also possible that you might need to submit other documents as well. While you're waiting to receive the physical student ID card, you can use our university's eID in order to track your attendance for class. Please download the Jungang University eID app to your phone and log into the CAU portal after you open the app. Then you can click on the QR code after registering your information, and your screen will look similar to the image shown in the center here. You can then click on the camera icon on the panel of the e-reader in your classroom, which is usually located near the door of the classroom, and hold your phone up with the QR code on it to the e-reader to scan the QR code. You can check your attendance within the app as well to make sure it was marked correctly after scanning the QR code. It is also possible to track attendance by turning on the location settings for the eID app. Then, before class begins, you can swipe on the little card at the top of the QR page and then click a button that will track your location to prove you are in the classroom. Whenever you track attendance via the eID app, please double check to make sure your attendance was tracked correctly. In the menu page of the app, there's a section where you can check this. Of course, if you have any issues with the app or if you need help navigating how to use it, please come into our office and we will help you with it. However, if you're worried that your attendance was not being tracked correctly, please ask your professor to double check for you during the class hours to prove that you were there. Now let's go over some of the rules and regulations for the dormitory. The Seoul dormitory will cost around 1,298,000 Korean won, and the Da Vinci campus dormitory will cost around 810,000 Korean won. The invoice for this payment will be sent to you via email in either April or May. When you make the payment, please use a Korean bank transfer. Unfortunately, international transfers are not accepted. If you do not wish to open a Korean bank account but need to make the dormitory payment, you can pay in cash if you visit a bank branch. Also, please be aware that the Seoul dormitory has a curfew from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. This means that the doors to the dormitory will be locked and no one will be able to enter the building during those hours. Our dormitory follows a point system that calculates if you'll be able to continue living in the dormitory. If you receive 20 points, you'll be asked to leave the dormitory. For more details about the point system, please review the dormitory regulations. Please note that the dormitory building is separated by gender, but the first and basement first floor are considered common areas. Entering someone of the opposite gender's dormitory will lead to expulsion. This may be very different from how dormitories function in your home country, but please understand the laws in Korea are different and the dormitory staff takes this rule very seriously. So again, under no circumstances should you ever enter the opposite gender's dormitory. Also, the dormitory staff will conduct periodic room inspections. Please do not wear your shoes in the room to keep it as clean as possible. There's a small area when you first enter the room where you can leave your shoes or store them in the closet. There will also be a mandatory fire drill during the semester. Please check the dormitory's bulletin board notice for the announcement about this. At the end of the semester, when you move out of the dormitory, please clean the room, empty the trash, and confirm your move out with your floor's resident advisor and/or the management office. Please remember that the dormitory office and the Office of International Affairs are separate. Inquiries about the dormitory, roommates, and more should be directed to the floor manager or the dormitory office. Also, it is your responsibility to check the dormitory notice board, either on the bulletin board or dormitory website for important announcements. Now I will introduce some of our campus facilities. Our campus includes state-of-the-art facilities and service centers. The Student Health Center is located on the basement third floor of Building 310 and is free to students. The Jungang University Hospital is also near our campus and provides translation services in English and Chinese. Our campus library is also a great study spot on campus. You will need your student ID to enter the library, and you can reserve a seat you will use while studying within the building. There are also a variety of restaurants, dining halls, and cafes on campus shown in this list. There are dining halls located in the dormitory, Building 310 and 308. Other campus facilities include the Uri Bank, stationery store, bookstore, ATMs, post office, flower shop, convenience stores, and more. Thank you very much for attending the orientation. If you have specific questions about any of the contents in this presentation, please do not hesitate to reach out to us at the Office of International Affairs. We hope you have a wonderful experience at Jungang University and wish you the best of luck with your first week of classes.